Chrono area. This is not how you chrono. Everybody should have the damn goggles down, especially the ref. Do you have a chronograph? You have a backup? You have your velocity sign posted so you know what speed to be playing at. Where is the chronograph located? Is there directional signs with arrows? Do you have your correct netting protected, surrounding areas and the players? Direction of shooting away from spectators so you're not giving it another opportunity for somebody without a mask to get shot. Do you have a Z entry into your field or your chronograph area? You have signs telling people to put their goggles on. These are all stuff we talked about. Your speed in the chronograph area, post it. Exiting the chronograph area, making sure they have their barrel blockers on. Do you have a backup battery for that area? Yes, sir. Anything that you have as far as a rule for your field should be posted multiple times. Chronograph area, everybody has to go to it, right? Perfect place to do it. And the registration area, everybody's got to go to that. So it's a perfect place to have signage for both of those. Some people still play semi-only at their field. That's all they allow. And that should be posted. Semi-mode only, no ramping, no 3-shot burst, no full auto, no whatever. They keep coming up with new names for the same stuff. Yes, sir?
I'm just curious, who counted this?
Most people do semi. Yeah. Tournament fields? Do you guys have tournament fields?
Yeah, like every field has a semi-only field.
Is it mainly speedball?
Yeah.
Okay. If it's a tournament-based field where they got speedball, right, ramping is a standard. These guys can shoot probably 18 balls a second without ramping. I can shoot maybe 10. Ramping is like great for guys that can't shoot fast.
And do they have a rate of fire second, or is it just whatever?
For tournaments, yes. For rec play, no. No. And that's why this whole bit with ramping and 15 and 25 balls a second, all stuff they came up with, most people can't do it. And if it's a rec field that's out to make money, their people can't afford to shoot 17 balls a second. And to physically be able to shoot 17 balls a second, you got to be really damn good. What? 22? Yeah, well, it only takes one to take you out. Play old school with one of those old parts. We'll give you a hopper and say, let's go play. Make you aim. It's, you know, and it's a part of the game today for speedball. It's changed the way that we play paintball. It's also gone from being in the woods to speedball to everybody's back in the woods. Now all the manufacturers out there have a gun that's camo. Duh. All the gear is camo. They finally got it. That's where the money is. There's no money in speedball. I was a tournament player. Everybody shoots up your rec players because they need cannon fodder. They want to be sponsored. They want free field fee. They want discount on paint or free paint, and they'll put their name on your shirt. You're not making me any money. So we took the tournament fields off of our field. All we had is rec play. Never had anybody complain about reffing or paintballs. Amazing. All right. Netting's not high enough in the back here. Why? Because he's shooting up a hill. All of his props are up on the hill, and they were overshooting into the back area. You also see the droop. Chrono area. He's shooting right towards their staging area right there. He put a piece of plywood in the back, and they shot towards that. But the netting was only protected partially, and when they walked out of there without their barrel blocking devices, they walked around this side and went to the staging area, which is all live. People sitting there without no goggles. Referees are your most important people on the field, folks. They're your money makers. Are they trained, or are they just hired paintball players? One referee cannot safely ref a game. It's impossible to see two sides of the field. I was a field owner, I never had one ref. And anybody that tells me that they can't afford it, you come to my booth afterwards, I'll show you how you can't afford not to have at least two refs on the field with that group at all times. I'll take your income and I'll make it grow exponentially. Two refs trained correctly can minimize your liability exposures. Two trained refs can also maximize your sales by encouraging more shooting, turning faster games, Providing better customer service, such as cleaning goggles between games and getting them back out there to pull the trigger. That's nickel, nickel, nickel each time they pull the trigger, folks. Your referees should not have a cell phone on them during work hours. They should never come on to that location. It should stay in their car. They do not need to call their mother, girlfriend, or be on Facebook while they're on your clock. Are fat refs better than skinny ones? If you're a player, yeah, because you use them as a bunker. Are young refs better than old farts? You can talk a young ref into a call in your favor. How many days of ref experience do they need to have? Most players think they're fantastic refs. Just ask them. Do you have your own ref shirt? No, you can save money if you have them bring their own. They don't look like they belong to you, but that's okay. How old do they have to be? They should be able to shave at least one hair. Nowadays, kids, 8 years old already got fur growing. That's all a joke, folks. Don't take it serious. All right, who'd rather check in more players at your front desk? Not a problem. The one on the left or the one on the right? A or B? Who would you listen to? Guy on the left or the guy on the right smiling, making it fun for you? Do you refs dress like this guy or that girl? Crack kills. You want refs that work hard? They're really into their job, or do you want them laying down on the job? Which most of the refs are going to look like the guys on the right. Younger refs piss off the older players. Be careful who you call out because they might beat you up. That was a bad call. Field owner's number one enemy, texting, cell phones. Don't let them be on the field. Are the groups assigned refs giving the safety speech, are they the same ones so that they can actually know? I can tell you from our experiences, when we gave the safety speech, we can identify the problem children or problem adults in that group. They won't pay attention, they're screwing around, they're joking, they're pushing somebody. Those are the people who are usually potentially going to be lifting a mask or doing something wrong. Are your refs trained? Do you have it documented? If it's not documented, folks, it didn't happen. There's no proof. If it's not in writing, there's no proof. Is there a written test that they must pass? Or did they just read it and sign the bottom? Are the refs trained in first aid? Somebody should be. Do the refs have radios to communicate with the manager in case of an injury? Or does he have to run back from field 17? Do your refs have a whistle or horn to stop play in case of emergency? Is that part of your safety rules? What happens? When you hear this whistle blow 5 times, you stop play, put your gun down on the ground. Do all your employees know what to do in case of an emergency? Is it in writing? Have they signed off saying that they know what to do, who to contact? Are your guidelines written in plain sight for employees, or is it hidden in the filing cabinet in the back room that they can't get to because it's a pile of paint and old goggles? Are your refs dressed so they stand out as referees? Or they're wearing whatever they want? This is how most fields place their ref, right on the 50. One guy standing there watching 10 players play. Because they can't afford to have more than one ref, they tell me. Or they'll put 2 refs on there and both guys will stand there scratching their butts at the 50. Still can't see what's going on in the back bunkers on the 20 and 10 yard line, can they? The best way is to have them back in the back of the field looking forward so they can see who's taking off the mask in front of them. That is their job, to protect the people on that half of the field. That's why you can't do it with one ref. It is physically impossible. We had somebody change clothes behind a bunker to prove it. Ref never saw. All right, good ref would never allow this happen on a rec field, people getting lit up like this. This obviously is a tournament player or somebody that likes to play without a shirt. Both not smart. The guy on the right got shot up by his own team because he crossed in front of the line of fire with 3 guys. Make sure the ref verifies that it's a quarter-size hit before eliminating the player. Remove their clothing to make sure. Do not let them get away with that. I'm just joking, okay? Do not do this. This is a joke. Some of you guys taking notes. God, we got to do that too. This is not how your refs are supposed to chrono. You want them all having their mask down. Safety speeches are important. Make sure you do it every day, get everybody's attention out there, especially big games. What do you say in a safety speech? It should be in writing, goggle requirements, when they can remove it, when it's supposed to be down, where, show them the marked area, explain the signage, what to do if they can't see due to paint or fog lenses. Very few safety speeches have that now. While in the goggles on area, tell them never lift or remove their goggles for any reason. You do not give people a chance. It should be in your safety speech. If you lift your goggles or remove your goggles, you'll be kicked off the field. You will not get a refund. You will not come back on to play. It is serious. God gave you 2 eyes. You came here with 2 eyes. You're leaving with 2 eyes. You will enforce that once, maybe twice, in front of everybody, and the reputation will be, you don't put up with crap. And then everybody knows, don't lift your goggles. All right, what to do if the goggles are knocked off? What the other players need to do? Make sure it's part of that safety speech. Barrel blocking requirements, where and when. Velocity that the park allows. If renting equipment, the participant needs the instructions on how to use it properly. Do they know how to use the safety? Do they know how to use the barrel blocking device? Allow them to put it on and off with no paint in the hopper. Allow them to touch it, feel it, scratch and sniff. Make sure they know how to do it with no paint in the hopper. How to load and unload the marker. How to use the barrel blocking device, we hit that. How to properly put on the goggle system. How to adjust the straps. What a concept. How not to remove the tank from the marker under any circumstances. A ref will do it for you. How the game is played. How long is the game? Where the boundaries are. What is a hit? What to do when eliminated? Where to go? How many people do you see get hit? They stand up and they go like this. You keep doing circles, the ref goes, no, that way. You got to tell them before they start. What does the whistle mean? Where everything is, emergency procedures, where's the first aid located? All right.